Last year, about Easter time, somebody came to me in church and said, I see you doing ministry. I just laughed and I said, what's this lady talking about? I gave a short talk about love during Easter period. It was Good Friday. So I gave a very brief talk about love in church. And when I finished, it was about 10-15 minutes talk. And then she came to me and said, I see you in ministry. I'm like, this aunties, they've come again. What's she talking about me? I'm not even interested in ministry at all. That's not my call. I'm not even interested. No. I'm not. I'm not in that. That's not my line. But you know what? Upon reflection now, almost 1 year of doing this Obodo TV, I understand that it's not what I thought she was talking about. I thought she was saying, I'm going to be in church, moving from church or doing crusade. This is the ministry that she saw. This is the prophecy. Is this Obodo TV? Because this platform has given me an opportunity to reach people from different backgrounds, from different continents, people that I could never ever reach if I was in the four walls of a church. Hi guys, welcome to Obodo TV. It's your girl Bridget Heckford. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you're joining me for the first time, I thank you. This is Obodo TV. What we normally do here is talk about issues that affect Africans who live in the diaspora. If you're African or non-African, as long as you're black or from other cultures similar to us, I feel like it's a global world. We have the same issues, and then we generally talk about these issues and try to find solutions. So welcome on board to our family. Today I have a true life situation. Somebody who is a member of our family has reached out to me. He's a subscriber, and reached out to me and said he's looking for a wife. Listen with open hearts this story I'm about to tell you, because I feel like a lot of us are going to learn from it, both male and female. So please follow me as I progress with this story. So this guy is a Nigerian. He lives in the US. He's in his 30s, and he's looking for somebody who shares the same passion with him, which is missionary work. He's a Christian. He sold out to the gospel of Jesus Christ. He wants his passion and his ministry is to go out to preach the word. However, the setback is that this brother is still living at home with his parents. He hasn't got a job or a meaningful job that can sustain him, and he's under a lot of scrutiny and a lot of pressure from his family and friends to settle down. For those of us who come from African background, we understand that at a certain age, your parents expect you to settle down. You know, the thing about African parenting is so funny, honestly. Your parents plan your life for you. At the time you need to go to school, they will tell you what you need to go and read in school. When it's time for you to work, they will tell you the kind of work based on the choice of the career they've chosen for you to go and study, the job that you should do. When it's time for you to marry, they will tell you it is time for you to marry and the kind of woman you need to marry. So generally, we all agree that African parents were very involved. Let me use that word. We are very involved in our children's lives, and we want to know what's happening to them, and we want to tell them when it's time, in case they are sleeping or they're in slumber and they don't know that it's time for certain things. We have to nudge them and remind them, and if they don't want to do it, we'll push them. We'll push them to go and do it. So this brother is saying that his parents are saying that it's time for him to settle down, because obviously he's in his 30s. In his culture, it's time for you to settle down when you're in your 30s. But he feels like he hasn't got the financial ability to do so, and he's struggling to find a woman who is passionate in the same interest that he has, who shares the same interest, which is missionary work. And he came to me for advice. Now, before I go further, I want to tell you guys something. He's someone, I feel very privileged, honestly. I feel very, very privileged to be in a position for people to actually come to me with their life issues, to ask me for advice. I do not ever take it for granted, because I feel like for you to ask someone, a total stranger who you haven't met, you haven't seen, for advice, I mean a life-changing advice, it means like, what it means is that like you believe in what they are saying. You think that they've got the knowledge, they've got the mindset, or they've got enough common sense, or whatever sense you call it, to advise you in the right way. So all of you that are reaching out to me for advice, I really appreciate you. I thank you for putting me in that position of trust, because if you don't trust someone, you can't ask them for advice. I don't take it for granted at all, and I will try to give you the best advice based on my experience and what I would do if I were in your situation. So this brother is in his 30s, so he can be my aburo. So I'm going to address this issue like he's my aburo. For you, who are non-Nigerians who don't know what Aburo means. Aburo means a younger one. I haven't got any younger brother. I have just one younger sister. But obviously I've got a lot of nephews and and nieces. So I see him as my younger brother, and I will advise him like I will advise a blood brother or a blood nephew. See, if my blood brother comes to me and say these things to me, the first thing I'll do, you people will not like it, but I will say it anyway because I'm happy with you. I will give him a slap. I will. Honestly, I will. I'll first slap him so that, because in Africa we believe that slap has a way of setting your head. If your head is not correct in terms of your reasoning or your brain or the way you are thinking, if your parents or your auntie or somebody older gives you a slap, it will reshape your head. You will arrange your head. I know you want me to be, soft and, loving and kind, and I am kind. That's why I'm giving you this tough love. It's tough love because I feel like you are in a slumber and you need to wake up. It's tough love, I call it. I see this happening all the time with brothers in the diaspora. You say you have a calling. God has called you to do his work. God has called you into ministry. So because of that, you are so sold out to the ministry that you live in heavenly places now. You don't live on earth anymore. And so you don't know what is happening on earth anymore or what you need to do at a certain age in your life. You are living in your parents' house and you want to marry, and your parents are putting pressure on you to marry. Are you going to marry a woman and bring her into your parents' home? Are your parents going to pay for the bills? And when the baby comes along, are they going to fend for you and your baby? Or is it a woman that you want to marry that is going to look after you and your babies? Come on, my brother. Wake up. Wake up. This is me. For you to come to me, you know that I'm going to keep it real with you, and I'm going to tell you what I'll tell my blood brother. If you are a missionary, then you study the Bible, then you know what the Bible says. The first thing that God introduced to Adam was the garden. He said, go, tend the garden. That's walk. He introduced walk to Adam. It was when Adam was walking, actively walking to maintain that garden of Eden, that Eve came into the equation. So the first thing you should do as a man is to think about your life, your career, a job, before you be thinking about marrying. How would you be, or thinking of marrying someone when you can't even fend for yourself? You're living at home. You're living at home, so you're not even there yet. The first thing you need to do is to dust yourself up and go and read. If you need to go to uni, if you need to go and get some new skills, whatever you need to do in this our earthly places that we are, those things that you do that advance you and make you be more employable or be more attractive to employers, go and do it. Please go and do it. Because I don't see the gospel that you're going to preach now or the missionary work. This is not 18th century. This is not Mongo Park time that you go on bicycle and you go to the interiors of Africa and you say you're preaching the gospel and you're spreading missionary work. What missionary work are you going to do that is going to be higher than what Google is doing or what YouTube and all social media platforms are doing? I mean, the highest evangelists in this world, they understand now in 2018, the way you can preach the gospel is through media. Social media, cable, networks, Google, share, whatever that you can think of. So it's not like you're going to go on the bike and you start going to one African village or the other and say, oh, I bring you the good news. Do you know about Jesus Christ and all that? No, it doesn't happen anymore. You got to wake up. This is 2018. When people say they have calling, and like I said, I've seen this happen to a lot of brothers in the diaspora. They say they have a mission, they have a calling. Have you asked God what kind of calling that He's giving you? Ministry can be anything. Anything. I was discussing it with my makeup artist / friend who did my lovely makeup today, and I told her this makeup she's done for me is ministry, because you see how I'm looking good because she's made me look good. I have more confidence in myself. I feel good about myself. That's ministry. Ministry can be anything. I'm blogging to you now. I'm talking to you in your homes, wherever you are. I mean, I've got fans. I've got fans in Australia. I've got fans in Japan. I've got fans in everywhere. People have reached out to me. I'm like, okay, if I said I was doing ministry and I stayed in one place, would I be able to reach these people? So when brothers come and say, oh, I have a ministry, I have a calling, have you asked God what your calling is? Is it for you to go and start a church? I mean, how many churches are we going to have? Don't we have enough already? You think people are going to move from the church they are to come and join you now, and then they move from your church to another church, and they keep moving? Come on. You can do ministry anywhere. You can make an impact anywhere. I want to believe that when you guys come to my blog and you listen to me and you watch me, that you learn one or two things from me, and I'm learning from you. That is ministry. I'm impacting You know, even though I'm not a pastor, I'm not a minister, I don't have the titles or whatever you call it, I believe that, you know, I'm able to say something and one person out there will listen and, you know, gain from it. That's ministry. That's what it means to make a difference. So I want to believe that I'm making a difference in my blog. So you can make, my point is that you can make a difference anywhere you are. You don't have to be a pastor. You don't have to preach. You don't have to go to churches, or you don't need to go and establish your ministry. Anywhere you are, any job, any calling, whatever God has given you to do, you can make an impact and you can make a difference. You can't do your ministry. So this, my brother, bottom line is that you can't marry. No, you can't. I'm sorry, you can't. You can't. Not now. You need to be in a position for you to attract the kind of woman that you want. If you want a woman who is going to be passionate in the ministry with you, who is going to do the work with you, then you've got to be in a position. I mean, you're going to look for a woman who is a professional woman, or who has a good job, who has a career, and because she's looking for a husband, she gets into this relationship and you've got nothing to offer. You take her to your parents' house to go and live, or you move into her own apartment. I mean, how is it going to play out? Think about it. How is it going to play out? So you are living at home and every day you are reading the Bible, she's going to work, and then you carry your scriptures and you are reading, and then she pays the bills. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. By the third month, she's like, bro, what's up? Are you going to get a job or something? Because she's not going to like it. You know what? I pray for all my brothers, honestly, all black brothers. I pray for you that God will put you in a position of power. He will put you in a position of authority. He will put you in a position of financial strength, whereby you are able to fend for your families. Even if you cannot fend totally, that you still need a woman to support you, but at least you've got something coming in. Because I tell you, as a man, I've said it before, if you've got nothing going on, you cannot even fend for yourself, talk of fending for your family, and you go and marry a woman, it's wahala. It's wahala. You can't. It won't work. Because this is real life. You got bills to pay, you got rent, you got children that are going to come up, that need shoes, that need clothes, they need to go to school, they need this, they need to go on holidays. School trips. You can't, school trips. I mean, my son went to France last year and I had to cough out almost 1,000 pounds. My daughter, my friend's daughter went to the US. They paid 2,000 pounds for the trip. So you're going to tell me that your daughter is the only person in the school that cannot go because you are not working, because you are doing ministry? Really? No, you can't do that. You have responsibility as a parent. You have responsibility as a husband. So you can't sit and tell me, yeah, now I'm trusting God. I put everything in the hand of God. Sometimes we just worry God for nothing. Honestly, we worry God when God has got nothing to do with our situation. We are worried God. God is sleeping in his heavenly places, JJ, and resting. And then you go and say, oh God, it's you I'm trusting on. He's giving you the tools. You are not. There's nothing wrong with you. Go out there. If you need to go back to uni, go. Learn new skills. Get a job. If it's to be a security, go and do security. If it's healthcare assistant, whatever you need to do, start from somewhere. Put yourself through college. Go back to school. Go and learn new skills. Then you put yourself in a place that you're more attractive. That women will want you. And women who will respect you and honor you as the head. You see, I keep telling men, this thing that we talk about head, the man is the head of the family. If you are not putting yourself in a place of headship, it will be difficult for you to be head. You can become shoulder, you can become leg, you can become hand, you can become feet, even depending on where you put yourself. So, like I said, it's tough love, my brother. If you're watching me, I have nothing against you. I love you and I want the best for you. I'm giving you the advice I will give to my own Obodo, my own younger one, my niece, my nephews. So I'm telling you now, please, don't forget about looking for a wife. You don't need a wife at this moment. What you need is to go and improve your life. Whatever you need to do to advance yourself, make sure you are in a place where you can get your own apartment before you be thinking of wife. As you are now, if you go and, even if the woman is so desperate that she needs a man, by all means, she just wants to remove that stigma of being single from her head, and she gets into a relationship with you and she gets married to you. Down the line, it might not work, I'm telling you. So ministry can be anything. All of you out there, brothers who are in the diaspora, please don't always take ministry to mean that you need to open a church or you need to be preaching the gospel from one place. You can do ministry anywhere. All I'm saying is that put yourself in a position whereby you will fulfill your role as the head of the family, and you're not just looking for a woman who is going to be carrying on your baggage and your responsibility and be looking after you. Oh God, I know a brother in this UK. He told me one time, he said, I don't like paying bills. He's called, he has a calling. He said, I have a calling. The wife is walking like a headless chicken. doing mental health nursing and running from one job to the other. This woman, the way she walks, I've never seen anything like that before. He said, I don't like paying bills. He's never had done a job. When he does one small job and he has small money, he's running to Africa to go and spend the money and to, you know, just leave and then come back. So this woman is basically just, you know, she's the one holding down the fort. Sometimes I look at her, I'm like, how did she manage? How did she cope all these years? She's still in the marriage, or she didn't leave. But I tell you, she has zero respect for him. Zero respect. Why? I don't blame her, because he's failed his duties. He's failed to be the man. He failed to be the head because of this same issue of ministry. I have a calling. I'm a missionary. I'm a prophet. I'm an evangelist. Your first duty is to your family. If you don't fulfill your duty to your family, to your wife and children, as the head of the family and as a minister and as the pastor or whatever it is you think you are in your home, then you failed. Sorry, but that's just the truth. You have failed. Don't use ministry, the guise of being a minister, to hide, you know, and be looking for women who are going to be paying your bills. It's not right. At the end of the day, you're going to have problems, and it's not the right thing. So that's my advice. I'm sorry if you don't like it, but you came to me for advice, and that's all I have to tell you. It's been your girl, Bridget Ekpo. I hope one or two people out there have learned from this brother's story. And leave me your comment down below. Do you know someone who is like this, or have you experienced anything like this, or known of someone who's been in this situation? I always like to hear from you. Please leave me a comment down below, and then we'll take the conversation further. No abuse. Please be sensitive in your comments. Don't abuse. I know a lot of women will tend to jump on the bad one, go and start cussing this brother, saying things. Please, if you put any abusive comment, I'm going to delete it. I will. Honestly, I will. So please be sensitive. Remember, we're talking about somebody's life. So we want to help this brother. We don't want to put him down or to say things that are going to make him feel less of a human being. So let's give our advice or our comments in love. Remember, he's going to be reading all these comments down below. So be sensitive, but your inputs is needed. Thank you very much for watching. I love you guys. Catch me up on all social media, and then I'll catch you in my next vlog. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.